Welcome to today's webinar, What's New in NX 8.5? Smarter Decisions, Better Products. The latest release of NX delivers more powerful tools and technologies for product development. NX 8.5 includes productivity-enhancing capabilities for design, simulation, and manufacturing. Hi, my name is Yvonne Wiedemann with CamLogic, and I will be your host for today's presentation. Let's start out by familiarizing everyone with CamLogic. CamLogic has been in the CAD, CAM, CAE space for over 35 years. The company was established 16 years ago, initially focused on CAM, servicing mainly the tool and die shops in the area. As the market has evolved, CamLogic has evolved. Interestingly, working our way backward from manufacturing back to the conception of the idea or design. Because we started towards the end of the process and worked our way to the beginning, CamLogic has the fundamental knowledge of what has to be done to assure that each step of the process will result in a product that will actually work or fit into the next phase of development. CamLogic has chosen to represent software and tools that enable our customers to fulfill the full cycle of product development. We consider ourselves integrators and partners with our customers, not just resellers. CamLogic employs the three-legged stool strategy. We partner with Siemens, offering the complete integrated Siemens portfolio for design, machining, analysis, and data storage and retrieval. We partner with 3D Systems for 3D printing and rapid prototyping, and also with Steinbeckler and Creaform for 3D scanning, used for inspection and for quality purposes. Now that you've heard a bit about CamLogic, let's go see what's new in NX 8.5. Within the NX team, we've looked into challenges that you, our customer, have communicated with us that you are facing. And it's clear that these challenges have subtle differences, whether you are in the product engineering team or the manufacturing engineering team. What we'd like to do today in this presentation is split those challenges into segments. Let's look at the manufacturing engineering area after we first look at how those challenges have affected the product engineering area. In today's presentation, I will be discussing NX 8.5 enhancements in three separate areas. We will first look at the CAD side, or product design. Second, we will look at CAE, or simulation. And then we will look at the enhancements in CAM, the manufacturing side. So let's start out with product design. There are many enhancements in NX 8.5 CAD, and we will review each of these areas. Let's begin with the multiple enhancements in fundamentals and sketching. This list is a bit long, but stick with me. You now have the option of longer object names in NX 8.5, meaning you no longer have to abbreviate, and your models can be easier to understand and navigate. The new options for the display of smooth edges makes it easier to understand your model, especially when placing blends on complex parts. It is now possible to customize the radial pop-up menus, which, by the way, this was the #1 enhancement request from the customer base. In NX 8.5, user interface provides you with as many or few options as you need with the new less and more dialog box versions, which are based on the role you are using. If you need fewer options, you get the simplicity of a less dialog. And if you need the versatility and options of the full dialog, you get the More option. Model rotation is easier to use and more intuitive thanks to enhancements such as setting the center of rotation to the center of the view or to an entity that you select. The new Align Facets Along Edges option improves the quality of rendering by generating facets along common edges selected by the user. See-through preview highlights the feature being created or modified by de-emphasizing other geometry in several customizable ways, such as making them more translucent, changing their color, or applying edge effects to them. New measurement options make it easier to investigate a model and determine clearances between objects or sets of objects. The new Simple Measure Favorites drop-down allows you to make quick, non-associative measurements with very simple commands and dialogues. The new Measure Extremes command allows you to measure to the extreme points in any set of geometry. Included in the Sketch CSYS enhancements are the coordinated system display in Sketches has been simplified to make it clearer and easier to understand. Sketch coordinate systems now have unique names to make them easier to select. You now have the flexibility to select the geometry first when placing constraints you want to. This is more efficient and less error-prone for some types of geometry and constraints. The new Customer Default Create Dimensions for Type Values enables you to create driving dimensions by entering specific values for the size of your geometry. And finally, for this slide, the new From Center option lets you infer constraints from the midpoints to the center of rectangles, giving you increased flexibility. Improvements in feature-based modeling will allow you to automatically close the profile to surrounding model geometry. This tool is a smart volume based on closure with the target solid. The value is the ability to simplify the process of defining profiles, and it simplifies the process of creating ribs by automatically extending the profile. Emboss Body is a new command that allows you to create intersections or unions between two solids or sheet bodies. This is useful for creating dies or ensuring sufficient clearance between two parts. Users can now perform a Boolean unite while optionally removing excessive or unneeded portions of the model. Without this feature, the user would have to perform one or more additional modeling operations to get the same result. When you unite solid bodies with overlapping or excess material, you can select which faces should be kept or removed. This allows you to create your desired geometry with about a third less commands and 25% fewer features. You can now add draft to a model using an intersecting surface, including non-planar surfaces as the parting line. This draft can be one or two-sided. While this has been possible in the past, with the new functionality, it is significantly faster and more efficient, with 40% fewer features and only a third as many commands as the old method. Users can now add draft to a model where the parting line is defined by an intersecting surface. Prior to NX8.5, a user would have to create additional geometry before he could add draft to the model, which would have to be selected for each draft face created, which in turn, of course, increases as the model became more complex. And if both an upper and a lower draft feature was desired, it would require creating a second feature using the same workflow as the first one. However, with NX8.5, the user can now reference the surface directly to define the parting line, irrespective of the number of faces faces in a single pick. And he has the option of creating both the upper and lower draft faces as a single feature. New selection rules make it easier to select the geometry you need when creating draft features in edge blends. And finally, creating helical shapes such as springs or threads is easier and more powerful thanks to new commands which allow you to vary pitch and size, control limits with on-screen handles, and define your helix along a 3D curve. Users can now control the size, shape, and pitch of a helical curve by using the standard NX law-controlled parameters. You can also create a helical curve which uses another curve of any shape, including freeform splines as a path. In addition to more control over the characteristics of the shape of the helical curve, enhancements have also been made which makes it easier to create a helical curve associative to other geometry, including both orientation and origin. Synchronous technology within NX8.5 can now alert you when the changes you are attempting will cause potential errors so that you can adapt accordingly. In synchronous modeling, there is now improved recognition of problem area conditions that are likely to result in potential errors when moving or deleting faces. The alerts message now provide improved clues to identify the error condition and offer potential solutions. For example, the faces on the center boss feature are to be deleted using the delete face command. An alerts message informs you that the remaining faces cannot adapt to close the area left by deleting the selected faces. Some possible solutions are given, such as using the cap option or deleting the blends first. New options in the delete face command allow you to easily select blend surfaces for deletion. You also have more options under the heal setting to get the geometry you want after deleting a face. You can now use the delete face command to delete a portion of a blend and cap the end of the blend where it neighbors another blend. When you use the new delete partial blend option, all faces selected must be blends. Label Notch Blend is a new feature in synchronous modeling. This new feature allows you to label faces as blends, adding intelligence to history-free data and making it easier to get the results you want when you use synchronous technology to modify the geometry. The new Step Face and Move Behavior option gives you greater control of your geometry as you use Move Face to modify it, meaning you are more likely to get the results you want the first time. Freeform modeling has been enhanced. You can enhance the visual display of your curve geometry by highlighting endpoints in several different ways. New surface analysis tools such as isoclines and reflection contours help you ensure that your surfaces meet all necessary requirements. Fit Surface allows you to fit a surface to existing geometry such as facet bodies or points, which is useful for reverse engineering. These surfaces can be freeform, planar, spherical, cylindrical, or conical, and they are completely editable. The local radius analysis command creates an associative analysis object that gives you information about points, edges, or faces and their location, UV parameters, and radius of the curvature. For routing, the new Mirror Assemblies command in NX Routing allows you to mirror routing objects to create symmetric routing networks, thus saving time and ensuring consistency. The Run Navigator command is now more powerful and versatile, thanks to the ability to create runs, search runs by attributes, assign paths, activate and deactivate runs, and control the flow direction. The Unified Path command can now identify parts by their specifications, making it easier to find and replace components with the same specifications. This saves time and ensures that the requirements are met. The new Handrail Creator command allows you to easily build handrails for platforms using a few simple parameters and the reuse library. Looking at sheet metal, it is now possible to create a flange on the linear edge of a deformed face formed by a dimple feature. You can then unblend or reblend the flange, or create flat solid or flat pattern features. It's one more tool to help you create the shapes you need in sheet metal. NX's pattern feature functionality has been extended to NX sheet metal in 8.5. You can now pattern any punch type feature, edge preparation features like break corner and chamfer, and flanges, tabs, and normal cutout features. Patterning saves a great deal of time when creating multiple similar features. Bead, dimple, and drawn cutout features are more versatile thanks to the ability to create them across cylindrical blends in the unbent state. The new feature remains in place after the part is rebent, and it adapts to the bent state. It is now possible to create a bend feature across existing bead, dimple, or drawn cutout features. The existing geometry will correctly adapt to the new bend. The Bend Taper command now has more options to help you create the geometry you need, including linear, tangent, and square bend regions. You can use the new Convert to Sheet Metal wizard to convert a solid model into an NX sheet metal part. The wizard has many options for cleanup and conversion, such as edge rip, thickness, tolerance, bend relief parameters, and many more. This enables you to quickly generate a robust, reusable sheet metal part from a standard solid model. It is now possible to convert geometric conditions such as gussets, ribs, beats, dimples, and drawn cutouts when converting a solid model to sheet metal. In addition, the cleanup utility is able to infer the thickness of the new part, recognize B-spline faces in the model, and convert them to a simpler form, and convert sharp edges to bend regions. While reviewing enhancements within reuse, you will notice that you now have the option of changing deformable parameters on a part when you drag it from the reuse library. This makes placing your deformable parts quicker and easier. When you add a component from the reuse library to an assembly, you have the option of viewing the component in a preview window, where you can pan, zoom, and rotate it to verify that it meets your needs before you place it. NX 8.5 gives you the option to add multiple occurrences of a reuse library component at the same time. This is especially useful for standard parts that are used in many places at once. For example, fasteners. Managing reusable components in Team Center is easier and more powerful with new capabilities like the ability to place components based on predefined parameters and save individual components as family members. The new 3D dome seam background in the True Studio environment maps a panoramic image into a hemispherical dome. This means that as you pan around your model, it appears to be in realistic environment from any angle, improving the quality of your visualization. As we look at the updates in NX 8.5 drafting, you now have the option of creating lightweight drawing views. These views, which consist of JT-faceted representations of model geometry, can be used for all drawing views and will reduce system resource usage, especially with drawings of large assemblies. The drafting user interface has been simplified with NX 8.5. Many commands that are not needed in the drafting environment are now suppressed to clean up the interface and make it easier to find the commands you do need. The View Creation Wizard has been enhanced with new commands and options designed to optimize performance with large assembly drawings, such as the option to use lightweight views and showing a different set of view creation options if the assembly exceeds a user-defined number of components. A new option gives you the ability to permanently align a view with other views when you are placing or editing it. This alignment will be enforced even if the view change or move, giving you greater control over your drafting views. It is now possible to create a breakout section view from a view that contains view breaks. This gives you more versatility to create the views you actually need. You now have the option of having your associative custom symbols update automatically when the master you created for them changes. This helps to ensure that your symbols remain up to date. You can also use the new Replace Custom Symbol command in NX Drafting and NX PMI to take greater control of your custom symbols by changing or repairing associative links, linking a custom symbol to a different master symbol, and creating links between legacy and existing custom symbols. In addition, it is now possible to associatively link and position objects to snap points in a custom symbol instance, making it easier to attach leaders, create dimensions, align notes, or attach symbols to other symbols. New line width options for lines and symbols give you greater control over the appearance of your drawing and make it easier to comply with company or industry standards in NX Drafting and NX PMI. The consistency of symbols is enhanced by the ability to use fonts within symbols that are similar to the font set for the drawing or PMI. For PMI, the user interface has been simplified, and some commands have been renamed and moved to make them more intuitive to use. You can now use PMI assembly filters to exercise greater control over which PMI is displayed in which places, helping to clean up and manage your PMI. It is now possible to use Circle U tolerance modifier symbol when either ASME or ISO standards have been selected. When trying to find the PMI associated with selected geometry, you now have the choice of viewing it in a permanent or temporary view. The display of arrowheads on leaders in PMI has been enhanced in NX 8.5. Arrowheads will now maintain a proper orientation and appearance when the model is rotated, thus making it easier to understand exactly what they're pointing at. When applying cross-hatching to a PMI region, you now have the same selection of patterns available in NX Drafting, providing for better flexibility and clarity. When extracting geometry from a body, you now have the option of extracting PMI data along with it, reducing rework and helping create smarter models. In NX Drafting Plus, you can now create drawing booklets, which are multiple drawing files combined into a structure. Each file can contain multiple sheets. This allows you to group together the drawings needed to define an assembly or study. Since the files in the booklet are managed as a single unit, it is easier to manage them and the impact on system resources is reduced. It is now possible to easily move drawing objects from one view to another while maintaining their associativity and proper scale, orientation, and style. You can now smash a drawing view, unassociating the objects in that view with the view itself. This gives you more flexibility in placing your objects in a 2D design environment. Migrating ideas data into NX is now easier and faster thanks to the ability to import idea curves into sheet or view sketches in the NX drawings. With the new Smash to Sketch option, you can smash a custom symbol into 2D geometry that can be manipulated or used however you need it to be. It's easier than ever to export data to DXF or DWG format with a new wizard for this task. It streamlines the process, giving greater control over export options such as 2D, 3D, and CGM, and provides an improved user interface. The wizard now supports true type fonts and international text as well. With the improved JT export interface, it's easier to control how your information is exported, and you can save your configuration to a file to use it later. There are more export options, including tessellation settings, line width, and others. In addition, JT Export now supports PMI weld labels, direction vectors, and display planes, the ability to write attributes as strings, and the ability to write NX reference sets to a single JT file or as JT layer filters. When reading JT files, NX now translates the attributes of JT nodes into the NX part, making it easier to understand that imported data. NX8.5 has the ability to import point data from ASC2 files, giving you more data import versatility and the ability to create shapes from non-digitalized point data. And now we move on to CAE, or simulation. I will review with you the updates within CAE over the next few slides. We will touch each that are listed in this slide. While using NX 8.5 for simulation modeling, you will be able to view your finite element model in context, which speeds up the modeling process, allows for faster FE model updates, and allows you to make the right modeling decisions in the right context of the problem to be solved. Enhancements to mid-surface productivity will provide better results on the first pass. And element quality checks are solver-specific, which will highlight element quality issues before running the solver. In NX 8.5, the NX shape optimization has been enhanced, as well as geometry optimization in NX thermal and NX flow. These enhancements will reduce stress concentrations, suggest specific detailed improvements to your existing design, and drive design toward an optimal thermal or flow solution by varying design geometry and other parameters. Some of the updates in structural analysis will enable you to utilize edge-to-edge glue and contact support and bolt preloads on solid elements for NX Nastran. This will simplify the modeling process without compromising solution accuracy, as well as allow for more detailed representation of bolts, deriving more accurate results. You will be able to import Fibersm HD F5 files in NX laminate composites, allowing for more information for each ply than is currently available in the XML file. Improvements in thermal and flow analysis will enable you to take advantage of multi-core and multi-processor hardware by utilizing the multi-threading option in NX Thermal. This is a fully coupled scheme for parallel flow solver, which can reduce solver runtimes by 25% for transient runs. You will also be able to solve large steady-state models or transient models with large time steps faster. In multi-physics durability analysis based on flexible body motion simulation, results has been added. This addition will allow you to move seamlessly from CAD assembly to analysis to determining fatigue life to optimization and back to CAD, which ultimately optimizes the overall design. NX8.5 motion analysis has added the ability to suppress or unsuppress motion objects, which saves modeling time. You will be able to quickly simulate design alternatives without having to physically delete or recreate objects within motion simulation. And now we move on to manufacturing, Part 3. NX8.5 boosts part manufacturing productivity in the machinery, turbomachinery, aerospace, medical, and mold die industries. You will save time programming and machining parts with new machining operations, more tool path control, and easier ways to automate programming. Close the quality loop by creating CMM inspection programs and analyzing results all directly within NX. From NC programming through to machining, save on tooling costs and use the right data with the new tool library and CAM data management capabilities. New in mold design is the addition of MoldX 3D. I'll tell you a bit about the product. Cortex Systems Limited is the provider of world-leading CAE products for the plastics injection molding industry, and the flagship product is called MoldX 3D. MoldX 3D consists of 3 modules such as eXplorer, eDesign, and eSolid Explorer product. Explorer product is developed to support the product designer's need. eDesign is developed to support the mold designer's need, and eSolid is developed for CAE specialists to perform high-end plastic analysis. The integrated product name is NX EasyFill Analysis, which uses the eXplore technology from MoldX 3D. NX EasyFill Analysis is a true integrated mold flow simulation tool for NX designers to analyze part design and mold designs during early stage of design process. NX EasyFill Analysis provides a user-friendly interface and access to MoldX 3D's leading true 3D flow simulation results right within the NX environment. NX users can easily set up analysis with only a few clicks and hence no additional training. CAD conversion or meshing jobs can be needed. The seamless integration leads a way to optimizations for not only part designs, but also manufacturing process parameters very early in the development process in NX without switching between CAD and CAE software, which is a huge advantage. NX EasyFill Analysis offers both free versions and priced versions. The free version offers basic analysis capabilities needed for product designers, while priced products offer much more capabilities. The free version is available as part of the NX Molded Part Validation, or MPV product, without customers needing to pay any additional costs. The priced product will be made available as a standalone product, which could be added to any NX mock bundle, and it offers much more capabilities. With the goal of enhancing the mold design process, NX 8.5 improves the overall mold design process through elimination of many manual modeling methods. Upfront part design validation for manufacturability and moldability in an integrated NX environment speeds up the decision-making process. This is done by the addition of parting surface automation. Through automatic creation of parting surfaces possible under most conditions, improved intelligence of deciding a preference surface type for a parting segment and creating parting surfaces, improved capability in breaking up the parting loop automatically into parting segments suitable for creating parting surface. There's supportive preview for the extrude and swept surface types. The default size of the bounded plane and enlarged surface types are large enough in creating parting surface, and intelligence for deciding the keep side in trimming parting sheets are some of the improvements to note. Cooling channel design usability has also been enhanced. There's been reuse of standard parts, and the ability to edit electrode components is available through MB3 in Assembly Navigator. The ability to translate and rotate the blank design during the design of the blank and provided CSYS handle control to define the orientation of the blank. And a new set of capabilities for the mirror copy process have been added, including the ability to mirror head features and create an electrode, and the ability to perform interface check between mirrored electrode and workpiece prior to the completion. In drawing automation, the Add Section View button allows the users to add a section view for the current configuration. Show views have been added in the current selected drawing sheet template, and you are able to support multiple component selections to change templates as needed. For progressive die design in NX8.5, intermediate stage design usability has been enhanced by providing a preview during the intermediate stage creation. There is an option to link to sheet body or not in the customer default, and implemented default naming rules have been added in customer defaults. For direct unfolding, we support 0 mm inside bend radius during direct unfolding process, and that has been enhanced. Support of gussets or ribs in bending areas during unfolding has been enhanced. Efficient unforming support for data imported through IGES or STEP translations. There's support for non-uniform thickness parts for unform. The EDW process design support enhancements include a new set of die face design capabilities to support engineering die design process, such as patch openings, addendum, binder creation, and draw bead, similar to the process implemented in larger stamping die design process. And drawing automation improvements include improved template-based approach for drawing creation, automated process of dimension, annotation creations, all based on templates, automatically recognize manufacturing information such as hole type, amount, diameter, and etc. from the 3D models, automatic dimension for circular type holes, and also multiple parts in one sheet drawing support. Automotive stamping die design has been enhanced with trim angle check, draw die punch improvements, and new capabilities have been introduced to perform the blank nesting of the developed curve. This provides the feedback on the utilization of the strip, desired strip width, and etc. Many ways to do the blank nesting layouts, such as rectangle, one-up, parallelogram, or other options. NX for industrial machinery and heavy equipment parts enhancements include volume-based 2.5D milling, providing a very fast and intuitive method of programming prismatic parts. You simply select faces such as walls and floors within the 3D part model to define the machined volumes. An instant visual preview gives you fast and easy validation of the planned machining operation. Programming can be as much as 5 to 10 times faster. The system continuously keeps track of uncut material and minimizes air cutting, reducing machine time up to 10%. Multi-stage machining processes also track the in-process workpiece for greater efficiency. Updated blank models are automatically maintained for each station. Advances in feature-based machining automate the sorting of machining operations across multiple setups for faster, easier programming. NX8.5 has new options for roughing operations to improve machining efficiency for turbines and multi-bladed parts. By adding depths to slotting motions, you can assign higher feed rates or deeper depths to roughing operations. Additional options for finishing blades facilitate the rough finish iterations to finish thin blades more accurately and with better surface finish. Valley rest milling is enhanced in NX-CAM 8.5 with new hybrid Z-level and projected patterns that identify, sort, and prioritize the valleys to find the best cutting motions. By combining steep and non-steep cutting approaches into a single pattern, you can easily clean out valleys with various orientations and achieve a smooth finish. CMM inspection programmers can work directly within the same NX 3D environment as designers. While in this environment, programmers can use the product and manufacturing information, or PMI, and geometric dimensioning and tolerancing, or GD&T, that are applied to the surfaces of the solid model, and generate programs very quickly from those. NX-CMM 8.5 also provides time-saving features, such as the new collision avoidance methods that find key interferences and automatically resolve them for you. You can preview 5-axis scans with probe orientations to make sure the desired results are achieved. And more complex scans can span multiple features. With NX-CMM 8.5, you can quickly see and evaluate your as-built measurements in a graphical environment, right next to the as-designed models that drive your CMM inspection programs. Putting the measurement results into context helps you find the most effective approaches to achieve quality improvements. CMM measurements are read back into NX as .MEA or .dml files. They are compared to the measured data, including the associated tolerances, according to ANSI Y 14.5 and ASME Y 14.5 or ISO 1011 standards. Measurements are displayed in the Operation Navigator as a list and linked to the graphical display for each measurement. Best fit analysis and verification help you find the possible causes of tolerance failure and assist in decision-making that will improve component quality. As an integral part of a CAM data management strategy, the new Manufacturing Resource Library is used to manage tooling vendor catalogs and preferred tool assemblies, as well as your custom resources. The MRL stores and classifies its content in Teamcenter, Siemens PLM software's comprehensive system for managing product lifecycle management, as we finally refer to as PLM, data and processes, with a full range of search functions and graphical displays so you can easily find and access your tools. From NX-CAM 8.5, you can search the cutting tool library, find the tools you need, and pull accurate 3D models of the selected tools directly into your CAM programming session. Shop Floor Connect for Teamcenter delivers CNC program files directly to machine controllers. More than just traditional DNC system, the connection to the centralized Teamcenter database ensures that manufacturing data is secure and the manufacturing plan-to-production process is controlled. It avoids data duplication and manages revisions to make sure the correct manufacturing data is used on the shop floor. The Shop Floor Connect machine operators can directly access production-released data. Using job numbers or work package identifiers, operators can locate the correct data files needed for production, including CNC programs, tool lists, setup sheets, and drawings. When CNC programs are created, modified, or optimized by the production team, they can be saved and maintained as new data or as revisions to the existing data. This concludes the many updates and enhancements included in NX 8.5. I trust that you have learned more about what to expect in 8.5 and how to make smarter decisions for better products. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me. I am more than happy to answer any of your inquiries. I have included my contact information on the screen for your convenience. Again, my name is Yvonne Wiedemann. I can be reached at 248-969-9201 or by email at yvonnew@camlogic.com. Thank you for your time today. It is very valuable to me. I look forward to working with you in the very near future. Thank you and have a great day.